I was doing everything I could to move forward and get past it, right? I was praying. I tried to pray it away. I tried to meditate it away. I tried to journal it away, fast it away, delete everything in my phone and in my social about him away. Like, I literally tried everything. Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Erica here. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. This is Erica's Diary, where I'm going to be sharing my thoughts with you, things that I've gone through, things that I've experienced, things that I'm dealing with, and just hopes that it resonates with someone out there, and maybe inspires you to continue on your healing journey, as I am too. So today I just want to do a quick video. I always say that, but my videos end up being like 30 minutes because I got a lot to say. But this one's going to be short, you guys. It's just an update on, if you have seen my situationship videos, if you have particularly seen my last one, which you should check it out, is situationships part 2. You should actually check out part 1 so you understand part 2. But in part 2, you will know that I sent a text and it's called it's called message delivered, but I sent a text to clear the air because me and the guy, had not talked in several months, which is weird because we always talked. So I sent the text message to clear the air. It was not about, was I going to get a response, or, you know, let's rekindle this, what we got. Like, no, I wasn't doing that. I was doing it it was almost like I was in a situation where I was doing everything I could to move forward and get past it, right? I was praying. I tried to pray it away. I tried to meditate it away. I tried to journal it away, fast it away, delete everything in my phone and in my social about him away. Like, I literally tried everything. And I'm a very busy person when it comes to, you know, doing things. So it's not that I was sitting around thinking about him. I could be so occupied and he crossed my mind. And I'm like, why is this happening? It was almost like it was haunting me. Like, so for my sanity, I was like, okay, I'm just going to clear the air. I'm not looking for an apology. I'm not looking for closure. This is literally just my sanity because I just felt like I needed to get this off of my chest. And yes, that may be selfish. You know, I don't know if he cares or not, but I needed to do this so I can let him know, like, hey, despite my little cute pictures on Instagram, I'm actually tore up about this. So I sent the text as I explained it in the previous video, and not expecting any response back. And it was just a message that was just very grown up. Like, let me just be the bigger person by saying, look, this is what it is. This is how I felt after you walked away. And this is how I have been doing since you walked away. And saying, you know, I've gotten, you know, just how I've improved on, you know, just moving forward, and like, I'm not holding no grudges against you. Like, you know, we ain't got to be close or kick it or nothing like that. I just felt like I needed to clear the air about some things. And, you know, I hope everything's going well and good with you. And that's all that it was. I didn't expect anything back. And it was risky for me because I be in my pride, y'all. I'm like, I am not about to tell him nothing with my hand doing that. So, but I was like, you know what? I don't want this haunting me no more. I'm just going to send a text. So he ended up responding, you guys. And the response took me like by surprise because, like I said, I didn't expect it and I wasn't looking for it. But in his response, he was like, he told me that he admitted and told me that he loved me and that he missed me, and that he'd like to be my friend again. Like, and I was like, wait, what? Because I didn't expect that. And the type of person that he is, he's not expressive with his feelings at all. Like, if you leave it up to him to tell you, he don't have feelings. but let me tell you, I made him feel something. Okay. But he, so that was a huge step for him to say that, because we ended on a very bad note, and it just never felt right with me after that. And I know it didn't feel right with him after that. I mean, maybe not right after it, but like eventually, like, you just can't feel good about like losing a close friend to you the way that you did. For what? Because you got tired of her telling you about yourself? Like, for what? So so I just kind of felt relieved. But like I said before, even when I just sent the text with no response or anything, I felt relieved, because I was like, okay, I got that off my chest. I got that off my heart. It ain't haunting me no more. It ain't appearing in my dreams no more. Like, okay, I can completely move forward. And it was almost like a closure thing. But it's crazy because we don't need closure from people, but a lot of times we feel like we do. But really, sometimes closure can be a trap. Closure can be a trap to where it brings you and suckers you back in, right? So for me, at this point, I'm definitely not engaging as much as I was. Like, you know, I was so available to him at first. I was engaging all the time. He was texting and calling all the time. Like, that's how it was in back in the day, as I would say. But now I'm like, okay, well, at least we can be on good terms. At least if I'm out and I see you, it ain't gotta be no weird, I don't know if I need to say something or not situation. It's fine. It's cool. And even though it had been like 4 or 5 months of just no talking to each other, I really did learn a lot about myself. A lot of things that triggered me, a lot of things that needed to come up, as far as like, look, this is what you need not do again. Meaning, don't settle for no situationship. Don't settle for somebody who straight up told you they don't want a girlfriend, but you still out here giving benefits of a girlfriend. Like, don't do that. Don't settle. You deserve better than that. And when someone's telling you that they don't want a girlfriend, that means they're not willing to change anything that they want to change to be with you, and you need to move forward with that. And so I did learn a lot about myself, but also it did push me to start my healing process with that situation, because I thought I was completely healed by, my old situation, and but when this hit, I was hurt, because I was just like, why is it like this? I guess at one point I internalized, why he doesn't want the same things that I want at the end of the day, even though I never pressured him to be anything with me. But I just couldn't understand why he didn't want to take it there, because I felt like, okay, this is the perfect situation. Why not? Like, what? So I internalized that, and I was like, Erica, don't ever question your value just because somebody may not be able to see it. Now, I don't think that he wasn't able to see my value, because I've heard him say things about me when I'm not in the room. Yes, my ear was to the wall, but I've heard him speak about me when I'm not in the room. And so I know that he thinks highly of me. So it's not like he doesn't value me, but I think that separation probably did show him, like, okay, she's really a good friend to me. She's a good person to me. Like, why would I lose that? Because sometimes, unfortunately, you got to step back from somebody for them to realize what they had is rare, or what they have is a blessing, and try to fix it. So at this point, right now, today, it's still not really like, we don't talk every day or anything like that, which is fine for me, because I feel like if it got to the point where we were talking every day, calling every day, doing all that, hanging out all the time, like we were, then I would have most likely fell right back into my feelings for him in the situation. But I look at him differently now, and I look at myself differently now. I still care about him. Obviously I love him and miss him too, like, but it's not something that I am relying on. Like, I'm ready for somebody that actually is my person, and I'm not gonna waste my time trying to show anybody that this is where you should be. Because that's another thing that I learned. I was like, you could be the best woman, you could have the best credentials. You can look the best, smell the best, be the best, and they still not want you. But that doesn't mean you're not the best. So I had to learn that, like, you could be all these things and bring all this to the table. If they don't want it, they don't want it. And I think that I internalized a lot of that. And I had to work through that because it's not about my value. Like, I know that what I have to offer, and I know what kind of woman I am to a man. And I know that I don't need to be that kind of woman to a man that doesn't want me. And I think I have in my past, not just with him, I have put so much of myself and given so much of myself to somebody that doesn't, that's not mine. Somebody that's not for me, or that's not mine. Now, there were times where I thought he was for me. And I'm like, well, if he was for me, he would be ready. I don't think that God would send me a package that ain't ready. You know what I'm saying? So I also think that maybe I've taught him something too. But then I also think that, hey, the reason why we stopped communicating, that reason could still be there. You know what I'm saying? So I just knew that for me, I needed to clear that air for myself, regardless of what he was going to say. Now, I was, taken aback that he did admit that to me, just knowing him. So just wanted to share that risky text just didn't turn out to be so bad. And just from this point, I'm just taking it one day at a time. If I hear from him, I do. If I don't, I don't. For me, I'm like, guys out there, like, they always dealing with somebody. So I wouldn't even be surprised if he was dealing with somebody right now. But that has nothing to do with me anymore, because I know what I want, and I'm no longer going to settle. Because how many more times does somebody have to tell you, like, this is not what they want with you for you to get it? But at the end of the day, it wasn't about that. It was about the friendship. And I'm telling you, we had a really, really close bond. We're very much alike, but very different at the same time. We're alike in the ways of our being able to be creative. He is super creative. I think he has an intelligent mind, and I think we work well together in the creative department too. We're both silly, funny, easy to get along with. Like, he would know what I'm saying before I even finish the sentence. Like, it's that kind of like connection. Like, we were just that connected. So that's why I was like, I really just don't want to let that completely just fail for what. So it is what it is. And I just wanted to share that update, because even though my pride was like, don't text him, I was like, I'm just gonna be the bigger person, and I'm gonna say what I need to say, that I've always wanted to say, so he can realize that, like, hey, this wasn't what it was supposed to be, and this is how it affected me, and this is how it's affecting me now, and this is what I'm doing now. And for him to respond to it, and he responded to it in the way that I feel as well. So to me, it means that that was the right thing to do. So in all, nobody can tell you what's the right thing to do and what's the wrong thing to do. You know what to do for yourself. And that's what I had to do for me. At the end of the day, it would be on me. If I end up slipping and falling into the same trap that I did before, that would be on me. But at the end of the day, you know what's right for you, and you know what you have to do for you in order to move forward. And nobody else can really tell you that. So, thanks for listening to my update. I was going to say TED Talk. Thanks for listening to my TED Talk. And be sure to like, share, comment. Be sure to subscribe. Be sure to hit that notification bell so you don't miss another video update that I have coming, and I will see you right here next time. Love and light, you guys. Bye.